Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Tuesday, October 6th. So much for the sky that was falling there on Friday. Market essentially from the Friday lows were up, 300 plus points in 2 days. Biggest 2 day rally on the Dow in quite a many weeks. The catalyst, as you may recall, let's flip over there real quick. US dollar, I've been saying if there were a couple of things that were going to help this market, it would be the dollar reversing down, and that would drive commodities higher. As you know, essentially the market is moving in opposite direction of the dollar. We had gold just absolutely explode today. We had it up yesterday as well, but that was more of a dollar versus oil move yesterday, and then today we had gold actually just jam higher. The reason for the gold move, Australia raised their interest rates. They say the economy is starting to bounce back nicely in Asia, and that sent gold prices up about 30-40 bucks, which lit the market on fire. All the shorts who positioned in this market last week on the breakdown have been bent over a barrel yet again. This is why I've continued to say that we are not shorting this market, and that when things get iffy, we go high cash and step to the sidelines. And this is why, I mean, look what's happened over the last couple of days. The shorts have just been gang raped yet again. Here we're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. Here you can see that huge pop we've seen over the last couple of days. Check what's going to happen here as well. We've got a golden cross that's probably going to happen tomorrow. Last golden cross did not work. If memory serves me right, I cannot remember over the last 2 years when we've seen two golden crosses on the 15-minute chart fail consecutively. So odds are pretty good that we're going to see some follow through, even though we're up quite a bit over the last couple of days. If we flip over to the daily chart, here you can see mentioned in the Sunday video that we needed to see this 50-day moving average hold and for the market to bounce back. We had a lot of support there. We had the 50-day moving average. We had this uptrend line that dates back to the July move. And boy, did it hold. And boy, have we seen a nice pop off of this. Looks very, very good. Volume was pretty good. It was very heavy early in the day, tailed off mid-morning, and then we saw another big volume spike late in the day. So things looking really good on this chart. ADX, we got a positive cross there. We've got a nice bounce off 20 on stochastics, and you know, this chart just looks really, really good. And as a side note, October 31st is coming up. It's about 3 weeks away, and most people don't realize that many, many, many mutual and hedge funds treat October 31st as their year end, not December 31st like a lot. So what you could see is a lot of funds trying to paint their performance, because let me tell you, there are a lot of mutual funds sitting on a lot of cash that are way underperforming this market right now. And you know, this, what was the fourth or fifth 5% retrace we've seen in the market where the funds just come rushing in. That's more of that. That's why we're seeing these big bounces and these shallow retraces in the market. These moron hedge fund managers who've been saying this rally has been fake for the last several months are now being forced to chase prices at these levels, and as long as they continue to do that, it's going to be gravy train for us. Small caps haven't been really performing that great over the last couple of days, but we should start to see that sector really start to pick up over the next couple of days. So get ready for a lot of new plays. We started to see the beginnings of that today, and we should see some nice follow through on those in the near term. SMH, that was also something I said to watch in the Sunday video, that we needed to see the SMH bounce back, and we did. So that's further confirmation of just how strong this market is. You've got a lot of nervous shorts right now. They won't say it on TV, but they are nervous. And if we see that sideline money start to move in from the mutual funds, 10K is going to be a distant memory. I mean, I know it sounds crazy. September, October, we should be looking at a large retrace, and you know, we're probably not going to see that until November if we do see it at this stage. Stock plays. ZHNE, we've been really, really patient on this stock. Nice bottom breakout today, back over the 20-day exponential. We saw a very nice volume spike on this one today, sort of similar to what we saw in mid to late October or August when this stock went on a tear. So let's see if we see continued follow through tomorrow. But nice volume early on this stock. 60-cent close confirms this when we almost got that on the close today. We're about to get a positive MACD, ADX has remained very strong throughout this sell-off, and we've got a downtrend line breakout in stochastics, and the last few times we've seen stochastics breaking up through 20, we've seen a pretty substantial move in the stock price. So looking very, very good on ZHNE. We're looking to add pullbacks under 55 cents. ASUR, we've been holding a partial position on this one. Sent out an alert this morning at 31 to 33 cents to consider adding some. We pulled back to the 20-day exponential, and as you can see on this chart, since this stock has broken out, the 20-day has been very, very strong support for this one. They've got earnings next week. The hedge fund is in control, and we had the CEO buy a nice chunk of shares last week at 35 cents. Late in the day, this one actually busted out on. There was a large bidder walking the stock price up. Very nice to see that one again. This is like our other plays. HSWI, VTRO, ZHNE, when they were down in the 30-cent area where I said, be patient. These are all going to 50 cents plus. In my opinion, this is the next one that's going to do that. Earnings are next week, and I'm thinking they're going to want to make a big splash going into earnings. Chart looks very, very good, and this is the kind of stock that should do well now as small caps start to get trader attention. You got a lot of traders who got scared last week in the sell-off, sold out of their positions, are high cash, not in the market, and they're going to come flooding into these stocks, and we're starting to see it happen on some of these small cap plays. VTRO continues its breakout here, hit our 60-cent target, 33% gain in what, a week or so. Patience rules the game yet again. Looks very, very good. These guys, I believe, are presenting at a conference tomorrow, so we could see some follow through. Next target here is a move to 80 cents. NENG, Network Engines, trading alert yesterday. Had some nice follow through today. Volume still pretty low. Once volume comes into this one, we could be looking at a nice, 20 to 25% up move on this one, with stops now at $1.10. Last but not least, quick mention again on ASTM. This one continues to bounce around, but the 41, 42 cent area has proved to be a very nice scalping entry for this stock over the last several weeks. No reason to think it won't be the same. ADX has actually remained very strong throughout this sell-off, and stochastics now are back down below 20, which has always been the buy trigger on this stock before a big move. So looking to add this one back down to our ad price. Downside is pretty low. Stocks are not breaking down in this market, so why should we assume that stocks like ASTM and ASUR are going to break down? It's crazy. Until the trend of stocks making new lows, until we see it, we're going to keep playing the same way and keep grabbing these on dips and looking for nice bounce backs as they stair step higher. That's it for the newsletter tonight. Quick newsletter. Got a party to run to, but I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.